MWMIV Speaks podcast family. Now, I talked about this a little bit, but I went to go see the movie, and I got to bring it back. Today's episode of MWMIV Speaks is about The Greatest Showman. Check it out. This is Marshall Ware Mabry the Fourth. And I had to, look, y'all. I went to go see this movie with the quickness. I had to come back to y'all to talk about the movie musical that is going to bring back the movie musical. The Greatest Showman. Children, this movie was so incredible. There were so many theater people from like Shuler was in the movie. Shuler Hensley, he won his Tony for Oklahoma in 2002. Shuler Hensley, I've met Shuler and I timed it out. Shuler would have been going to shoot this right after I met Shuler, so I don't want to brag, but whatever. I'm sorry, I'm such a theater nerd. And it was just so good. And they hired theater people, and people were like, oh, well, they hired Hugh Jackman. If we're going to be completely honest about it, Hugh Jackman has, I think, 3 Broadway shows under his belt. To be honest, Hugh Jackman is just the biggest A-list theater kid there is. If you really think about it, Hugh Jackman's just the A-list theater kid. He made it. And Hugh Jackman is singing for his life in this movie. If you go and check out if you go on YouTube and look up The Greatest Showman, it'll let you see the workshop clip from when they were trying to get the movie made. If you go watch it, you see they had Jeremy Jordan singing, P.T. Barnum's part, because Pasek and Paul, who wrote Dear Evan Hansen and La La Land, wrote this show. So for the workshop, everybody was in the room. Cynthia Erivo, Brian Terrell, Clark, Marcus Paul, James. You had Michael Kilgore, just name after name. Andrew Keenan Bolger, just like the stars of Broadway. Just easy flex. Natalie Weiss. Just everybody they could get in the room basically, and it shows. Kiala Settle. Okay, look. The movie got so good to me at one point, I started taking notes of things that I did not want to miss in this podcast breakdown. And the first one is Kiala Settle scrolting for her life, putting down the vocals. Ma'am, if you don't give me my edges back, we're going to have a problem. That woman sang down the house. She broke the foundations of the house and it all crumbled below her voice. That woman there, where's her Oscar? Give it to her. She needs it. No contest. Grammy too. Because best believe The Greatest Showman is going to win a Grammy. And it's going to win Oscar for best music in the movie. Wait for it. It's going to happen, y'all. So I'm going back and forth to see what I wrote down. And what I wrote down is The Greatest Showman is Great Comet. The Great Comet of 1812. Natasha Pierre in The Great Comet of 1812. I have to get used to saying the full name. It is Great Comet meets Memphis meets Dear Evan Hansen. That is the best way to describe it. It has the love story aspect of Memphis with the pop rock undertone of Dear Evan Hansen, but the vibrance and just weirdness and just energy of The Great Comet. And that is why this musical is so incredible because it took basically some of the best musicals to come out in a long time and was like, hey, let's make it a movie. And they did it really well. If you watch the movie, you can see a whole bunch of theater people. You had Will Swenson, who played Javert in Les Miserables. Last time it was on Broadway, playing P.T. Barnum's father. In the beginning of the movie, you had Shuler, because Shuler punched Zac Efron in the face, and I just thought that was awesome. Shuler's in the movie. It was a lot. But what I loved most about this is the imagery. The wide shots in the film are breathtaking and they are beautiful, you know. There were a lot of good scenes shot for this film. And can we just talk about the orchestrations? Look, you can listen to it now on Spotify or wherever you listen to music. The Greatest Showman soundtrack. If you listen to Come Alive, Never Enough, that's where I first heard it. The orchestrations for this are dumb beautiful. Like, next level, you know? Or listen to Come Alive, the underscoring runs. So if you look at Come Alive in the workshop, you know, you see Cynthia Erivo, fresh off her Tony, mother is on a table, belting runs for her life. Her and Kiala and Natalie Weiss doing all the runs. Usain Bolt too, exactly, because they're just doing all the runs. And you see that. And I was like, oh, okay, I wonder if it'll be in the movie. It is. It had its own little section, and I was living for all of it. Okay, children, just when you hear Come Alive, be prepared for all the runs, and love them, and live for them. You know, if you stick around for the credits, you see, you know, people like Brandon Michael Webb, who I just talked about his show, The First Noel, and he was actually in LA getting ready to musical direct the Greatest Showman's live commercial when I went to go see the show. Or you see Alex Lacamoire, who is involved in literally everything from Wicked, Lion King, In the Heights, Hamilton, to Dear Evan Hansen, and now this man is truly non-stop. All my Hamilton fans got that reference, and if you did, I love you. But this is very obviously a movie that was made for the theater. It's gonna happen. I need to know when theater workshops start, and I think I know enough people at this point to figure out when theater workshops will start and to weasel my way into the room, because I want to play P.T. Barnum. That's just me. I feel like if there was a better time to use colorblind casting, use it now. Cast me, because I want to do it, you know. Or I was just like, my mind was blowing up thinking about the people that could play PT. You know, if they want to go a more, you know, conventional route, how he would, you know, cast in the movie, Hugh Jackman would do it on Broadway. It wouldn't be his first time, and he can handle an 8-show week. Hugh Jackman would do it on Broadway. PT does have to be able to dance, so sorry, Jeremy Jordan. Tyler Haynes, who just finished playing Rum Tum Tugger in Cats on Broadway, could definitely play the role. Or Nick Adams, who has done a couple of workshops, and most recently on Broadway, I think did Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, could do it. But I was thinking, colorblind cast it, and any of the Burrs. Any one of the Burrs could do it. Joshua Henry, please. Brandon Victor Dixon, oh my God. Brandon Victor Dixon would take P.T. Barnum and just destroy that role. That man is magical. Leslie Odom Jr., it would be something that we haven't seen from him. Or Derek Davis, who just got finished playing the Phantom of the Opera. Just go watch this man dance. I didn't know he could dance like that, and I was a little offended that he could dance and sing that well. I was a little hurt, a little bit. You know, but it's whatever. But, I mean, like, yeah. This is made for theater, and within the next couple of years, it'll be in theater workshops, and hopefully I'll be there too. So check it out. I want you all to go to my Instagram, and we're going to tag Pastor and Paul and say, yo, theater workshops for The Greatest Showman. We need to know when they are and how to get in the room, because I want to be in the room where it happens. Yep, I did that. That happened. All right. So, y'all, this has been MWMIV Speaks. As always, you can follow me on Instagram at MWMIV Speaks. You can like my official Facebook pages. You can follow me on Twitter. That's the one I was missing. At MWMIV Music. And go to my website, my official website. I missed that one in the last one too. At MarshallWMabryIV.com, and check out the blog spot. All right, y'all. Make sure you subscribe and like. Peace.